Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's Daily Draft. We start another week of Murders at Karlov Manor Premier Drafts. I think we're in Platinum 1, working our way back into Diamond and on the way to Mythic where we ended last season. And it's still relatively early on in this season too, so we'll see if we can get ourselves there with a Pack 1 Pick 1 Novice Inspector? Yeah, that's pretty clear to me. It's the best common in the format, so the other commons don't matter. Best uncommon here is Long Goodbye, which is fine, but black isn't good enough to start with that over a Novice Inspector, and a Blood Spatter Analysis is fine in black-red specifically, which is not an archetype I want to cement myself in as early as pick 1. So we're going to go ahead and take a Novice Inspector here and follow it up with a Doppelgang. I got past this card once, and I don't know why I did. And here we are. Yeah, that's a pretty easy pick. Don't know why it didn't go in the first pick, but here we are. So we're playing blue-green today, or at least trying our best to. There's some good red and white aggro cards. There's also a Nervous Gardener, which goes very, very good in the Doppelgang life, and I do like blue-green as an archetype. So we can keep that in mind here. White already starting to dry up a little bit. So is blue, notably, just a Bubble Smuggler in this pack. There's a They Went This Way. There's a Riftburst Hellion. Pick your poison. Could be fine. There's also a Thundering Falls, notably. But when you've got Doppelgang, you want to find ways to ramp into casting this for 8 mana. And They Went This Way is a very good way to do that. Ooh, is today 5-color nonsense day? Nervous Gardener fixes, They Went This Way fixes, Case of the Shattered Pact fixes. Are we going to try to do Case of the Shattered Pact today? Okay, so most of the time I like doing the best I can to win as much as I can, and sometimes I like to do some interesting decks that you might not see drafted very often in this format. And I think today might just have to be that day. I mean, we've got another one here. So all we're going to do is just take all of the best cards going forward. Unfortunately, this isn't one of the best cards. But Eavesdropper is very good. That's a card I can play. Usually these 5-color decks I want to be base green, and Eavesdropper is a fine enough card here. And we're going to have to make sure we don't get run over too early with this deck. There's a Sample Collector, there's a Cold Case Cracker here, and a bunch of Disguised Creatures. I don't think I'm going to want to play any of this necessarily. I guess I could play Granite Witness in this kind of big deck. I don't think I'm really going to want to play much of this, though. I am going to want to make sure that I've got... Ooh, Gravestone Strider is perfect. It helps fixes, and it's an early roadblock for our opponents. We're going to want to try to get 5 colors among permanents we control. I guess I'll take another Strider. Another Strider. And Crowd Control Warden is probably a playable card here, but Strider is what we're looking for. 10th Street Gossip, totally fine. Hellion, maybe. So we are 5-color green, and we're going to take Alquist Proft here, because it's a gold card. Should be easy to splash, and it's just a Stone Cold Bomb. So we've got Alquist Proft and Doppelgang in this deck, of which I think I've already had a deck in this format with both of these cards. But I am happy to start here, and now we just have to, once again, I would love to be able to solve the Case of the Shattered Pact at some point, but we're taking a Repulsive Mutation in this pact. In this pack here, we're taking a Repulsive Mutation. This card is busted. It is really, really good. Treacherous Greed, yeah, no thank you. Maybe Sanguine Savior Wheels, and that's a morph we could play, or a disguise we could play. Right now we have all colors, blue, white, green, red. We have all colors except black. So we're going to have to fit in some black... Whoa. Pick 3 Alquist Proft? Don't mind if I do. I'll take 2. And yeah, we'll go from there. I would love cards like Judith, Rakdos, you know, any sort of black permanents that are also bombs that we can cast in this deck here. I am excited for this one. This is going to be an absolute pile that I have no idea if it's going to be any good or not, but it's going to have some power. Repulsive Mutation number 2. It's got to be the pick. I don't like Gorgon's Kiss. Basilica Stalker could be a black card we could actually play here, but I'm taking Repulsive Mutation number 2. Yeah, Lightning Helix. Sure, that's a gold card that all of this fixing can help us cast. There's also Shady Automaton. Still don't have a black permanent, but we're going to be playing a wild mana base in this one. Gleaming Geardrake, another case. Do I need 3? I don't think I need 3 cases. So I could play Crawl Whipcracker here, though. This is a black permanent. It's a pretty good one. I don't think it's necessarily going to be a Gleaming Geardrake deck. And I don't think I need a 3rd case of the Shattered Pack. So let's take Crawl Whipcracker here. Panther does help us fix, as well as Eavesdropper being a good card. I don't think this is a lead pipe deck, even to get a black permanent in here. Should I take... So these, none of these are really 2-drops here. I guess these are. This isn't technically a 2-drop. It is, but we're not really going to want to be casting it on 2. So do I take Automaton as just a 2-drop to hold down the fort? Or do I take another Panther... Or, I mean, an Eavesdropper? I think I'll take an Eavesdropper here. I don't think these are the black cards I want to play. I don't think I really want to play any of this, to be honest. I guess I could take the Moroi just in the event that maybe I need a black card. Yeah, once again, not really the black cards I want to be playing. Fairy Snoop is a black card. That's a card we could play. Okay, this is kind of happening. That is a black card I would like to play. But boy, is it mana intensive. Man. There's another Nervous Gardener here, which would be great in the deck, but can we be like black-green, splashing a little bit of blue, a little bit of white, and a couple of red cards? Vein Ripper's incredible. Let's see if we can get that into the deck. All right, Vanifar. You also are incredible. Go ahead and take Vanifar here. Passing Case of the Locked Hothouse, which would be pretty good in our deck. But Vanifar is great. Black permanent is Runebrand Juggler, but I don't think I'm going to take that. We also might need a red permanent, so this could actually cover both of those bases. What's the most likely card for me to play here? Probably Runebrand Juggler for the colors. Commercial District. Meddling Youths is another gold card, but I don't think it really goes well in this deck. Flotsam Jetsam could be interesting here. Extract a Confession could be interesting here as just early removal. There's also Out Cold, which is a card I do like as well, but I think I'm going to take the early removal spell because I need to be relatively high black mana count now that we have Vein Ripper that we really do want to play. I could take the Public Thoroughfare. Now that I'm looking at our fixing, it's actually... It's not, like, that great. It's good. It's not that great. So do I take... I don't think the Eliminator's great in this deck. I'm going to go ahead and take another black permanent in the Basilica Stalker and See if I can get any more fixing here. No. Not going to take Relive the Past, and everything else is not that great. I guess I'll take an Ambusher. I would have loved the Evolving Wilds there. Couldn't quite get it. Forensic Researcher is kind of ramp. I don't think Branch of the Vitu-Ghazi is that great. It's like one-time fixing. Well, we do have double Gravestone Strider. I totally forgot about that earlier. That does count as fixing. One more pick to get a piece of fixing here. Would love an Evolving Wilds, like I mentioned. Look at this absolute pile. I feel so out of my comfort zone drafting things like this. Crocodile, Inspector, Cornered Crook. Let's take the Crocodile, I guess. Fairy Snoop. Again, that could be okay. This is going to be a really strange deck build here. I'm going to figure out what colors I am at my base. So I'm going to go ahead and build this deck. And it'll take me a while. Then I'm going to go ahead and see you after deck building with my final build. Okay, so this has the ability to be an absolute train wreck here. This is where I ended up, and we got double Alquist Proft, Vannifar, Vein Ripper. Our fixing is double Case. They went this way, double Strider, and Nervous Gardener for all of our lands here. The Strider's going to have to go a long way. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black permanents. We have 1, 2, 3 white permanents. 1, 2, 3 red permanents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green. And 5 blue permanents here for our double Case of the Shattered Pact. As well as just some straight power with Alquist Prof, Vannifar, Vein Ripper, and things like that. If we can just survive and have our mana be good enough to get us over here, that's good enough. The Case is going to go a long way in doing that, and the Gravestone Striders. We've got 4 pieces of fixing mana here to help us get going. We've also got Doppelgang and Repulsive Mutation as counters. This is going to be an interesting one. I really hope it plays out as fun as it looks here, but we'll see when we get to the games. See you in game 1. All right, and what a start this is. You can see how this has the ability to go horribly wrong. Blue, green, blue, green, blue, green, and we have Mardu mana. So we're sending that one back. See, why couldn't we have started with this? This is much better. I think I'm going to get rid of this as our worst card. And then Strider into They Went This Way into Vannifar, which could be good enough. Yeah. What do we need most? Probably need the black the most. We could do this. Go ahead and cast They Went This Way and get either a red or a white here. It's not clear. Go ahead. And now I guess we're on Team Vannifar. Ooh, they missed a land drop. So let's do this. Cloak this thing. That can flip up. I guess I should have attacked there. I forgot they had a 1/1. I thought this was bigger. And look, I mean, we have the perfect mana base. We got to win in game 1. What could go wrong? We even mulliganed. All right, here we are again we're on the play this time. The hand isn't great. We do have Repulsive Mutation, but we don't have a creature we can play. Very far away from Lightning Helix. Again, Gravestone Strider and Case of the Shattered Pact have to go a long way in this deck. So we have 4 copies of those cards that we could find, as well as 4 or 5 black sources to play a Whipcracker, which makes Mutation online. It's obviously risky, but most of the hands we're going to have are going to be risky, I think. So just got to hope we don't get run over too quickly here. Alright, Lightning Helix, you are playing blue-green, and then our opponent sees us exile Lightning Helix from our hand. They're like, excuse me, what? Yeah, that's where we're at. See? Told you. Everything is perfect. We have a Novice Inspector. What could go wrong? So we can counter something unless they pay 1 mana right now. Oh, they don't have any plays. That's also fine. Another Repulsive Mutation. Can't hold up Repulsive Mutation when I do this, but I think that's okay. We can block their Gorehound now. Alright, they hit a land. Oh, they still can't do anything. Awesome. That's a card I can't cast, so... Would they like to trade both? I don't think they'll trade... Well, they might trade both their cards for the Whipcracker here, but I'm just going to hold up Mutation for X equals 3. Alright, they found a red. What do you got? Just cast some stupid big 5-drop that I can... sure. So I'll put X counters on the Inspector and then target this spell. Oh, look. Runebrand Juggler. I'll suspect the Inspector. And obviously we need some more help from the top of our deck, but we do have a white, green, black, and red. So we need a blue permanent. Let's go ahead and buff up this here. Double Torch the Witness. Not too bad. You gotta counter both of them, though. Repulsive Mutation. What a card. Ridiculous. That is blue, so Case of the Shattered Pact would be solved at this point. And I'm not going to attack with the Juggler for that reason. Do they have another Toxin Analysis or something? I really hope they don't. Alright, take 9. I unfortunately can't cast or activate its ability because I don't have double blue. Really, really want to draw Case of the Shattered Pact here. Although, at this point, we might have already won. because we can't solve it until our end step, which means we'd get 2 more attacks with our board. Debating ways to get out of this here. If they kill Aqua's Proft, I'll sack. I'd probably second this either way. I don't think I'm going to activate Aqua's Proft here without double blue on board. I'd rather see if I can draw into anything else. Yeah, so let's just go ahead and do this. Now we do not have it solved, unfortunately. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can hard cast that. And there's the double blue. Alright, go to 1. Or do they have removal for Novice Inspector as well? Nope, go to 1. Hard cast a Hellion, and now we've got 4 creatures that are all lethal. Okay, slice, sure. Sure, still dead. Alright. Never didn't have it. Perfect game, 2-0. We in Diamond yet? No, 1 away from Diamond. Okay, we're on the draw here. Vein Ripper is very awkward in this hand, obviously, but that helps, I think. We go get a black with Case on turn 2. That also helps. What do I do now? Yeah, probably just make sure I hit my land drops, I suppose. Go get a swamp. And of course I just misplayed my lands here, so I can't play Aqua's Prof next turn, so that's not great. I mean, well, I can, I just have to leave the swamp in my hand for a turn. Can't cast Gossip next turn because we don't have red currently. We didn't, unfortunately, get a killer Among Us, which would have been outstanding with these cases, but can't always be lucky. I guess we can play Strider and crack a clue here, which gives us the mana needed to do some things next turn as well. The stupid Mortipede is going to kind of be a little bit annoying. I mean, it's just a big fat creature that we can't currently deal with. If we draw, they're going to make me sack a creature here. Let's see what we draw first. Oh. Ugh, the Strider is so important for us, though. Okay, I'll get rid of him. Take 3. Hey, we have all 5 colors of land. I think I would like to leave up Repulsive Mutation here, so let's disguise. If we could somehow get Fairy Snoop and 10th Street Gossip flipped up, then we've got case solved. So let's do this, and then next turn, this thing has Vigilance here. So we can just cast this basically as a mana leak, I think is what mana leak is. Counter target spell unless its controller pays 3. Can't attack here anymore, obviously. Or can't block here. Because they've got 5 mana, so whatever this is... My guess is a Basilica Stalker or Shepherd or whatever that card is. The 3/4 flyer. So X equals 0, but they still can't pay 3. It was a Fairy Snoop, that's fine. So I guess next turn we're playing 10th Street Gossip, as well as Extract a Confession. So let's see what they want to sacrifice. And then we'll play Gossip here. It might be the Mortipede. This thing might be... Yeah, this thing seems pretty valuable to them. Whatever it is. No? Okay, what was it? Crocodile. They'd rather have the Mortipede. Alright, that's fine. Now, next turn we flip this up and solve the case. And then, for the first time all format that I've ever seen, a case of the Shattered Pact might be solved here. Fingers crossed. As long as Alquist Prof survives. Really need Alquist Prof. Well, and 10th Street, but Alquist is our only white card right now, so that's also kind of important. Yeah, not blocking. They have a board wipe? Oh. Interesting. I don't know why they did that the way that they did, but let's go ahead and... So this cost blue, black, green. We do look like we'll solve it here. Another case. Oh my gosh, we've done it. We've absolutely peaked. Go to combat, get in with everything, and then cast a face down Hellion here. And now both of these are solved. Which means, what do we even do? I'm not even sure I know. At the beginning of combat, target creature you control gains flying, double strike, and vigilance. Okay. It's pretty busted. Really hope there's no board wipe. Is that all? Vein Ripper, you say? Okay. They haven't looked to have any sort of interaction so far, so let's just do this. And this. Oh, they do have interaction. Darn. So I can't really go for flipping this. They might have removal here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, well, they're dead anyway, so they've got to have something here. Sure, take 9. No exit specialist. Okay. Well, this has double strike, so let's do this. Incredible. We've done it. We solved Case of the Shattered Pact and got double triggers off of this. That's great. Put us into Diamond as well. Let's go. Okay, we start on the draw here. We've got Whipcracker on 2. They went this way on 3 and 10th Street Gossip on 4. That's pretty good. For the mana situation of this deck, I will take that. That's not among the best of draws, but oh well. Tunnel Tipster. Alright, are we just going to get run over here? Ooh, Case of the Shattered Pact. Is that any better, or should we just play Whipcracker? I think I just got to play Whipcracker here. I can play Case at some point to get the mana I need. Insidious Roots. Alright, they are the Insidious Roots deck here. This could be tough. They're going to be going incredibly wide, and we don't have a lot of interaction. So Unscrupulous Agent, getting rid of, well, Novice. Well, we can get white too, so let's get rid of an island here, I guess. Let's just draw a plains. No. Okay, well, the most mana efficient thing to do is this. Getting a plains, playing a disguised Nervous Gardener. I guess I kind of messed up. Or playing this instead, or playing the swamp instead of the plains. Now they know a card in my hand, but, I mean, kind of is what it is. Okay. Take a bunch here. Alright, hopefully they don't have a way to deal with a 4/4. Well, looks like they don't. Alright. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's turn this face up, and what do we go get here? Vein Ripper requires a lot of black, but we do have a Gravestone Strider. We have another Forest in hand. Don't need that as much. I think another island seems okay. Do this, play Novice Inspector. Crack one of these clues here. And I guess crack another clue. Okay. That's a pretty darn good draw. Oh, another Insidious Roots. Yeah, they don't really want to put that into the grave, or I don't want to put that into the graveyard. So let's do Alquist Proft. Forest. Gravestone Strider. Hold on to my clue here. I could be attacking a little bit with like Tin Street, but I think it's more important to just not do that because we're going to draw like 6 cards this turn at least, maybe 7. Yeah, 6 cards off of Alquist Proft. Okay, they've got the combos, that's for sure. Spend this mana on face down or to turn creatures face up, so we can't use it for this. Hello. Wow. What a deck. So what are we missing? Black? So we got green, red, blue, white, so we're missing black here. So let's just do Runebrand Juggler and go ahead and solve the case. We've also got Lightning Helix up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So we can do... I can't hold up, unfortunately, Repulsive Mutation and cast Panther here. So why don't we do 1, 2... 3 and Disguise of Fairy Snoop. Then we can hold up Helix and Mutation. End the turn, solve the case. Now this is going to start bashing for 8 a turn in the air. Sure. Wait, does Mutation just get lethal here? We can give plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? Plus 9, plus 9? Nothing has reach, does it? No. And submit 0 on the spell. Auto pay for 9. 13, 13, double strike, flying trample. Oh my gosh. I love Magic sometimes. I just love Magic. Being able to do things like this. It's incredible. Okay, so here we are. 4-0 somehow going up against the number 4 ranked person in the world. This is probably not going to go very well. I don't know how we are where we are. I don't care if I lose this game as much either. I mean, we've kind of already done what we're here to do. Let's just make sure that they can't ramp here. The cases aren't really doing much at this moment. Alright, disguise. Case getting... It's either blue or white, I guess? I know we need another black for Vein Ripper, but... Got a lot of ways we could get that. We unfortunately caught our... I think this is the highest ranked person I've ever played in my life on Arena. And we caught them on our meme day. Not our try-hard day. Nervous Gardener, yeah. There's plenty of draws I could have that would be pretty decent here. Another disguise. Projector Inspector, that's a good one. We might just get beaten down with no creatures on our board. There's black. Yeah, we're just flooding hard here. Wow. Okay, we now have 9 lands and 2 cards that did stone cold nothing so far. And they're playing blue-green, which means Vein Ripper probably just gets countered here. Yeah, it's a 5/5. Doppelgang, huh? I guess I have to copy a 5/5? Oh, I could copy Vein Ripper, but I have to take 8, 9, 10 this turn, which means I think I just lose. So all they have to do is have removal here. I still take 10, I play Vein Ripper, and then I die. So that's how I see this game going. A bit unfortunate. We didn't draw any of our cards. So here comes Fanatical Strength, I guess. No, okay, we actually did manage to... Oh, why? I can't even play Vein Ripper next turn. Oh, I just realized that. I just misplayed all my lands. I don't think it really matters. So we die to removal here, I guess. I guess I could have played Vein Ripper and then had a block on Crocodile. Okay, go to 1. If they play a creature, we die. Yeah. Just horrible sequencing by us. Not that it really mattered. We drew so many lands and didn't play anything that game. All right, so hope you got up to number 1 off of that win. All right, starting on the draw again here, and I mean, hand actually looks fine. We have a Case and a Gravestone Strider, so let's lead on planes. If they play Tipster on 2, I'll probably extract it. Automaton I don't care too much about, especially when I've got Gravestone Strider here, so... Ooh, Lightning Helix online. Do need a green and a blue, but Strider will help out with that. Disguise, sure. Alright, most mana efficient thing to do is just play Alquist Proft here. So let's do that. And next turn, I suppose we could Case getting green or blue. I guess green is probably most important for our deck. And then also extract a Confession. All right, they have a 3/2. I could also just Helix. No, I can't. I could if I didn't play the land I got off of the Case. So, well, actually no, I could Helix instead of extract. So we do this, go get a green, and then use this to turn the green into red. And then Helix the Gatekeeper here. So go get a green. Play the green. And pass the turn because they've got 2 mana up and it could be Fanatical Strength here. Oh, it's a Nervous Gardener. Okay, well then while they're tapped out, let's go ahead and just Helix this thing. Vanifar next turn. Cloaking Hellion. Doesn't seem too bad. Then we need a red And a black permanent for the case. Due diligence. Yeah. You gonna smack me for 8, I suppose. Let's actually cloak the Snoop here. Can't attack. So now we've got white, blue, green, black. The Hellion would make red. But we gotta make sure we don't die first. Yeah. It's gonna be tough. The extract is not looking great. We can flip up Fairy Snoop and also crack a clue, I guess. So let's cloak the Hellion. No attacks. End the turn, and then flip up Fairy Snoop and see what we can get off of that. That does block the 1/1s relatively well. Hopefully they don't have like another due diligence or something. So flip it up for its disguise cost here. Runebrand Juggler does solve our case. Is Island any better? No, we need 2 islands to activate this. Although, an island would let us activate this through Gravestone Strider. That's not bad. I think that's actually better than that, because we could also flip this up at some point. So let's eat one of their 1/1s here. Ah, that's another flyer, isn't it? Could also flip up Riftburst Hellion here, which is also going to be quite good. Okay, so yeah, this costs 6 to flip up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can't also cast Extract. So let's go to combat. Cloak the mountain. No attacks. End the turn and plan to flip up Hellion and eat their 4/3, I guess. When it dies, they gain 3 life. And they suspect one of my creatures. They could suspect my Hellion, and then I can't block with it. Okay, now the Snoop can't block. Let's see if they can deal with Hellion. No, they cannot. Alright. Well, we actually solve our case here now. And would I rather just draw, what was this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards off of... Wait, why can't I... Oh, no, I can't... Wait. I don't have a clue. Well, there's your answer. I don't have a clue. I always feel like I have a clue from this. And Extract a Confession is just not getting it done here. Do I just cloak it? I guess I could just cloak it. turn it into a creature. And I think it's slightly more important that my Hellion is back for blocks. Well, not really. Well, they would have to trade 2 creatures for it. Nervous Gardener and Griffknot Tracker. And if that's what they're going to do, that would be pretty good for me. I still do have Crawl Whipcracker back on blocks as well. So let's just get in with Riftburst Hellion here. And we do solve our case. So next turn we get a flying, double striking vigilance creature. That wasn't a bad draw. Do I have another way to investigate? Ooh, if they don't block, we probably win. Put a counter on each of my face-down creatures. We'll give it to this thing. Get in here again. Okay. They did choose to block. And Case of the Shattered Pact wins again. What a deck. Okay, we go first again, and we've got 3 ways of fixing here. If I don't hit a land drop, or if I don't draw a land on turn 2, I'm probably just going to cast the Case to make sure I can hit a land on turn 3. And which land do I get? Black or either blue or white here? It doesn't... Well, I need all 3 of those. So let's get... Let's get blue. And the next turn we cast, they went this way. Getting white, I think. And then we can cast Alquist Proft and Gravestone Strider next turn. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do here. Oh, that's such a good card. I've yet to have the pleasure to play with that card. Novice Inspector, and then which of these do I want to do here? Extract really hasn't been that great. So let's just do this, and now we are just a red permanent away from Case here. Alright, Alquist Prof down. Ah, we could have solved it. Do I want to suspect something? I don't think I do. And... yeah, let's just make them sack something. They can't solve their case next turn this way. Probably just a land here. Oh, Dogwalker. Oh, what are these 2 cards? If that's a Dogwalker... Insight Source, interesting. Did they think they were going to get a 2/2? So when it enters the battlefield, unfortunately it was already entered, so that was probably the one they should have sacked. Okay. I guess trade it for a combat trick here then? What do you got? That's fine. I still have a Strider here. Doppelgang for 1. I don't think I'm going to do that. So, we're still missing a blue permanent, and we have another Alquist Proft in the deck, so what if we did this here? There have been worse draws. So I can counter something unless they pay 4 if I put a counter on the Crawl Whipcracker here. They don't have the mana for that, so let's target... Now, unfortunately, they could, like, kill this in response, but then they also couldn't pay for mutation from my other creatures here, so we'll just get rid of that thing. Ah, the shame land. Whipcracker dies anyway. Take 4. Don't need a blue land, so see what we got. Now we don't have a Vein Ripper with no swamps. Yikes. Okay. Not liking our prospects here near as much. Okay, no attacks, and... end the turn. I really hope this thing isn't something super great. I think this was their cloaked permanent. Yeah. I hope it's just a land or something. But that wouldn't make any sense. Why wouldn't they have sacrificed their land over a dog walker? When I cast Extract a Confession earlier. Okay, this is good news. They did nothing. Again, there have been worse draws. Oh, it's not very mana efficient to do it that way, but I could also cast the Gossip and do this next turn. If I cast the Gardener face down and flip it, I'll only have 3 mana. So let's just cast Tin Street Gossip here. And end the turn. And next turn, we've got a 4/4 that can help cast this and flip it in the same turn to go get black. Okay, they're still doing nothing. Ooh, more black. So then let's do... We don't even need to do that anymore then. So let's go green, blue. Doesn't really matter here. Do this, flip it up, go get black, play the swamp. And then next turn, we've got a Vein Ripper here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've also got Doppelgang for 2. And I don't think I want to be attacking with this Tin Street Gossip just because I don't know what these things are, what they're trying to do here. Could attack with it next turn after I play a Vein Ripper. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? I play Vein Ripper and then the following turn I Doppelgang, copy Vein Ripper twice? That's just GG. Oh, please don't mess with that plan. We're 2 turns away from doing... Oh, why didn't you let me have my fun? We're going to cast Vein Ripper and then copy it for x equals 2. Oh, man. Okay, so this is definitely one of the potentially very risky hands here. And they've already mulliganed once. I think I got to send this one back because it's just too slow. Keep 6 here, and you know what? No, it's going to be Tin Street Gossip. I think Repulsive Mutation is just too good. Don't think I can... I mean, Doppelgang is just too good. I don't think I can afford to send that back. Oh boy. Well, this is good and bad at the same time, because we can destroy their skeleton, but then they can cast Demonic Tutor. Which also isn't good for us. I still think it's not bad. I mean, let's see at what point they want to go tutor for a card out of their deck. Maybe we can get a blue and counter it with Repulsive Mutation at some point. There's a blue. Do I hold up Mutation here? Or do I just, like, cast a Gravestone Strider? This is tough. I don't think I cast a Case. I think I'm going to hold up Mutation, because next turn I can cast both of these if I do choose to cast Mutation this turn. This is not the greatest thing to be using Mutation on, but it's gonna get a card out of our hand anyway. See if they Demonic Tutor here now. Looks like they will. They might just do it for a removal spell, because they are facing down a 4/3 here. So what do we get? A red or a white? I think white for Alquist Proft is probably better. Play a Strider attack for 4. We have Doppelgang for 1 next turn if we need it. If they top deck some sort of bomb or put a bomb in their hand from the Case here. Maybe they got a board wipe. Undercity Eliminator, getting rid of the Whipcracker. Yeah. Not great. Not great. Kind of running out of gas here. We are 1 land away from being able to cast Doppelgang for 2, but... Oh, perfect. The perfect combo. Mana situation, it hasn't really been that bad so far, but do I have to just Doppelgang their Eliminator for 1 mana? I think, or for 1 here, because I think I do, because I can't just take 3 or 6 every single turn. I hate doing this, but Could also copy the case and get a black, and then next turn I can cast Vein Ripper, but I don't know if there's going to be much of a next turn. I could also just cast this as a 5-mana removal spell. I can sack my own 3/3 to kill their 3/3. I need the Strider in case I top deck a Swamp to cast the Vein Ripper here, so let's just... Yeah, this is like the world's worst doppelgang here. But, I mean, I think it's necessary. Okay, make 2 tapped 1/1 flyers. Oh gosh, do I cycle that for a black or do I just cast a 6/5 trample? No, I have to... Probably just have to cast this. And then I can double block the Panther, and then I'm even farther away from casting a Vein Ripper. But if they kill the Panther, which it looks like they're trying to do here, now I take 5, and then I'm dead next turn. Yeah. Don't think that's gonna do it. Well, actually, it does do it here. But I don't think we survive. It's gonna be really close. I guess I have to double block the red herring? Just gotta hope they brick a couple turns in a row here. Oh, do they also... They have removal for it now? They have to sack a creature to target this, but they could have Galvanize or something. Or Shock. Person of Interest. Yeah. Oh. Look how cute. Yeah, that works. That does work. For Death Touch lifelink? Come on. I was so close there. I managed to stabilize ever so slightly, and now they've got a 4/4 Death Touch lifelink menace. Take 6 here? I don't know what I have to answer that, but I mean... They're at 11. Oh, Vanifar. Not quite it. I mean, it's a creature. Two, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, no, I guess we have to double block their case here and... Hope they don't have removal. please don't remove the Vannifar. If you remove the Vannifar, I think I'm pretty much officially dead. They're going to shock the Gardener here. Galvanize the Gardener. Double. And bounce. Everything's dead except I have a Fairy Snoop, and then next turn we're also still dead. Because they'll have this in hand too. And land to finish it. Yeah, darn. We almost stabilized there, and they somehow found their way through a Vein Ripper, so that was tough. Okay, here we are in our final game, win or lose, and we do go first. We've got the Gardener, we've got the They Went This Way. So we've got the goods. Let's just hope we don't go up against red-white aggro. I think I'm going to play They Went This Way, so that next turn I can play Gardener Disguised and flip it up. Or I could just start playing Vannifar, which is also very good. So what do I want to get here? Black, I guess? I might just... No, I'll play Vannifar and then cloak the Gardener. Next turn I can flip up the Gardener and go from there. And now we just need white from the Gardener next turn. Let's see if Vannifar does not survive here. Would like her to survive one more turn, then we can hold up Repulsive Mutation against something. If they try to remove her. Okay, that's fine. I can take that. Alright, let's get... Oh, but then I can't cast... Oh, that's annoying. To flip up Gardener, I can't also hold up Repulsive Mutation. I'll find some fixing at some point. I think I need to do this for green. I think it's more important to do it that way. So I can hold up Mutation here, and then go to combat, cloak the Fairy Snoop, and I could even flip up the Fairy Snoop here too, in addition to casting Mutation for x equals 0 if I wanted. Or I can cast Mutation for x equals 3. Either are fine. Sanguine Savior. Well, unfortunately, if you do choose to attack, my Fairy Snoop is going to eat your Sanguine Savior here. I'll take a case, thank you very much. Go to blockers. Gobble, gobble. Insidious Roots. I know that is very, very important to your deck, more than likely. So let's just make sure you can't resolve that. And then now... Ooh, Doppelgang, hello. Let's do this and this. Go get white, cast Alquist Proft. Cloak a Hellion. And then Doppelgang for 2 next turn. Is that too good? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, if we draw, I'm going to crack a clue, and then we have 2 shots at a land to cast Doppelgang for 2. Hopefully that didn't signify that they have a board wipe coming, that they just chumped there. That would be not very good for us. That's usually what that means. And they are looking in their graveyard. I think that's exactly what it is. It's that 5-mana board wipe where they can collect evidence and then also like look at our hand and stuff. Please don't. We're just lacking a red card as well, so if we flip this up next turn and they don't mess with our board... If they had a board wipe, they would have just snapped it off, like, immediately, so maybe they don't have it. Oh, goodness. Okay, so it's collect evidence X, where X is mana value. Destroy up to 1 target artifact, creature, enchantment, and planeswalker. Alright, well, I'll just sack that clue, and then Vanifar dies, I guess. And now we can still solve our case, potentially? Oh, I was about to say, they've got Extracted Confession now, too. Yeah. Down goes Alquist Prof. Now we cannot... Oh, too good. Too good. Let's crack one of these here, see what we can find. Panther, I don't think I need to cycle that. Yeah, and then Reft Bersellian. This deck trophied. This deck got 7 wins in Diamond. That's incredible. If you guys aren't subscribed to the channel and you appreciate this content, and you appreciate me attempting to waste my gems so you don't have to, please subscribe to the channel. It absolutely helps out the analytics of the channel. And would you not want to see more of this? Drop a comment, let me know what you thought of this video as well. I had a blast here today. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you tomorrow for your daily draft.